Okay, so picture this. It's Monday morning. You check your calendar for the week ahead and it's fully booked. But fully booked not in a bad way, not in a stressful way, in a good way. It's fully booked in the sort of way that all of your available sales appointments are full of prospects. Or if you've got salespeople or somebody else who's going to do the one-on-one appointments, their calendar is fully booked. And it's booked up with the kind of people you want. It's booked up with the people who already want to work with you. They know you. They already know about your program. They know that you can help them. They know that they've got an urgent problem that needs solving right now. And they know how much you charge. And even though they know all of that, they want you right now. So here's the process so far. They've seen your stuff. They know about you. They know that the next step is to book in for some kind of conversion conversation, some kind of consultation. They've filled in a questionnaire and told you everything about themselves. They've got naked and needy with you. They're kind of exposed their all, and they've told you exactly what they need. You've asked them all sorts of invasive questions through your survey, not in a rude way, but in a way that provokes them to go, look, I'm going to drop the pretense. Here's exactly what I really need. They're going to tell you what their fears are, what their frustrations are, what their wants are, what their aspirations are, what the gap is and how much they need you right now. And they're going to tell you everything you need to know to make a sale happen quickly. That's the situation. So you look back at your calendar and you smile. So this training today is all about how to build a high-end conversion system that does that. Because honestly, marketing and business gets really, really fun when the marketing's doing all the heavy lifting. So the sale is a quick conversation. It might be a 15-minute conversation. I've got some clients who are doing an $8,000 sale in about 8 to 10 minutes. Not because the sales situation, not because they're so good at selling, but because the marketing, the front end, has completely done it. So what we're doing right now, just like you can see on your screen, is we're building a conveyor belt, an escalator, which brings people up to the point of readiness. So that in terms of a scale from 1 to 10, if 10 is, in terms of how likely they are to give you money, you only want to be talking with a person who's an 8 or a 9 or a 10. And this system right now is going to get them to that place. Cool? So life gets fun when your marketing does all of the heavy lifting. You can have a really simple sales conversation with people after the marketing's done all the heavy lifting. It brings in high-end clients like clockwork. They come pre-sold, so they already value you. They come predisposed, and they want you. They come pre-screened, so you've filtered out all the people who aren't a fit, and they come ready to buy. So let me explain. You're in the middle of transitioning from from selling one-on-one to one-to-many, right? And so if you think about all of the different price points you could sell at, there's things at the low end of the price point scale, like a $49 ebook or a $100 CD set, all the way up to like a $30,000 coaching program or something, and everything in between. If you're selling something at a low price, you could totally use a sales video or a webinar or even just a sales letter online, and those things will work just perfectly. But you've got to sell a ton of $49 ebooks or $97 CDs to get to the income you want. Like, you've got to have a ton of traffic. I want to talk about a system that doesn't need very much traffic at all. That's all about getting maximum dollars with minimum time. So what we're going to do is we're going to look a little bit higher up the ascension model, not at the $49 or the $100 level. We're going to look at something between $5,000 price point and a $30,000 price point. Okay. To do those, we're going to need the marketing to work a little bit harder and get people ready to sell, like up this escalator, like you can see right here. Is that making sense? So, am I saying you need to sell one-on-one? I'm saying there's going to be a one-on-one component, most likely at the end of this process. It could be 45 minutes or an hour if you want to do the whole conversation, or we can front load even more and have the marketing do even a stronger job. And then you might have like a 10-minute on the telephone with somebody just to confirm that they're a fit and get them started. Is that making sense? If this is making sense and you're good to go, just raise your hand in the control panel so I know you're good. Okay, cool. Rock and roll. Perfect. So like I said, a few years ago, I built a system like this myself. A system to help people enroll in Black Belt. And it does exactly that. It brings people in, it brings people up, it pre-screens them, it pre-sells them, and it has them predisposed to working with me. And the end result of that is that I only end up on the telephone with people who are an 8 or a 9 or a 10 in terms of how likely they are to register and get started with me. Okay? I want the exact same situation for you. So you can use this at the end of your webinar if you're using webinars as your main conversion tool, or you can use this even without the webinar, and I do a little bit of both, and I'm going to show you both models. Okay, so today's going to be very, very behind the scenes, and I'll show you exactly how it works. Okay, so I think that should set it up kind of nicely. Let's talk about your marketing process right now, your conversion system. If you're trying to sell something fairly high end, the $5,000 or above, think about your system right now. What is working? What's not working? So I want to know kind of what's broken and what's missing right now. I'm going to give you 30 seconds just to type into the question box for me, please. What's missing for you? And I know some of you guys are more advanced than others on this, but kind of what's not working about your current process? Perfect. Okay, so I've got not enough leads into the top. Understand, totally get that. Poorly qualified. So I spend time talking to people who waste my time. Yeah, we're going to totally nail that. Takes too long. Yeah, so a couple of the guys on the webinar right now have one-on-one sales appointment processes and are looking to completely eliminate that or massively reduce it down. Totally, we'll smash that. I know you guys. Thank you. That's good. Okay, feels like hard work. Yeah. So what we want to do, it sounds like right now that there's either not enough leads at the top or we are relying on the one-on-one sales process at the end to do all the hard work. And what we want to do is we want to reverse that. So the marketing's doing the hard work and you can just do the easy bit. Okay, so let's talk about exactly how to make this happen. Number one, I'm going to give you the 5 principles that you need to know to make this happen, to kind of build this conversion machine. Number 2, I'm going to show you the step-by-steps for how to do it. And then number 3, now if we get time, I'm going to jump into some of the tools that I use and actually kind of walk you through a show and tell, okay?